Welcome to Coda Catch Up. It's been a really long time since I last recorded a video. It's a little bit embarrassing. Like the last time I recorded was like just over or around 2.5 years ago, and I said I was like back. I'm going to talk about this and that, and in reality, it just didn't happen. I completely reprioritized a bunch of other things and let this kind of go by the wayside. But I always still had that little thing underneath, like wanting to create stuff. So couple years later, I'm now here back. Now, I'm not going to go and make any promises and say, like, I'm going to do and talk about all this and yada, yada, yada. But there's things that I want to talk about because a lot's happened and some of my perspectives have changed. I've learnt a lot. And there's just things that I really want to just talk about, whether it's even just for me being kind of cathartic, getting that out. So, what's happened since that time? For me, where we last left off, I was at Envato as an IC, an engineer, working on the marketplaces there. I ended up moving into being like an assistant engineering manager or acting engineering manager. Then there was some redundancies, and I didn't get made redundant, but I moved back into an IC role, just being an engineer, and then I went back into being an engineering manager. And after a little while, I decided to make a move. Nothing wrong with Envato, just there was some challenges that were coming up that I was interested in, and that was at Canva. So now I'm at Canva as an engineering manager, and that's been super fun. It's been great to be really challenged and in a very different environment. It's a very different company in terms of like it's a much larger company. There's a lot of different areas that are being worked on. So there was some opportunities there and from past roles that I wanted to do, and I got the opportunity to do that at Canva. So that's why I moved there. So now I'm back here. I've actually bought some new camera equipment, some audio equipment, getting back into photography and kicking back off the video journey. So I'm going to do more of these. I don't know what kind of cadence, if there is going to be a cadence. It's just going to be kind of when I feel like I want to record something or have something to talk about. And that's really where I'm going to leave it. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I want to make sure I'm doing this for the right reasons. Like before, I was kind of like, oh, I was excited. Like people like the podcast and stuff like that. But I felt like I got to a point where I was kind of grinding out content for the sake of content. And, I don't want to be a content creator. I just want to provide value to people. That's something that I've found over the years, like going to meetup groups, speaking at them, working with other engineers. They found that the information I had was really useful. And that's what prompted me to like put all this stuff out. Like that was the idea of like talking about plugins and new code tools and that kind of stuff because it was this stuff that interested me and I found that a lot of people didn't know about them. And you can get in this kind of bubble where you feel like, oh yeah, people are going to know about that, when it's not. That's not quite true. There's quite I don't know, disparity is the right word, but like we get lost in this world thinking that the stuff we know other people must know as well, and maybe there's tons of that information already out there, but again, there's room for more people to provide this, to provide space for whatever you want to talk about. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I continue to do. Hopefully, I have some stuff soonish to come out. I've got a few things on my mind at the moment that I want to record. It's just, making sure I've got some time and it's in the right priority for me to actually sit here and create this because it does take time. If anyone who's created these videos, you can literally just get your phone and record something, put it up. But I want to do a little bit more with that. Again, that's kind of like for me, that's my own personal thing in terms of like being able to actually go through and color grade these and work on the audio and all that kind of stuff to try and like improve my craft with the video side of things. So anyway, that's where I'm at. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video, which hopefully won't be in another 2.5 years. All right, bye.